Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Detroit's big auto show is put on pause as organizers offer something different for car buffs just up the road.
Tracking the COVID vaccine in Michigan, how many doses are here and where are they? We're sorting it all out.
And Michigan's elected leaders playing a big role in the move toward impeachment of President Trump as new concerns arise over exposure to COVID as lawmakers were hiding during the riot last Wednesday. Good to have you with us tonight at 6. With a little more than a week left in office, President Trump could be the first president ever to be impeached twice.
In a letter, Democratic leaders are pushing Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment, removing the president from office. Democrats tried to first take up a resolution through unanimous consent, but it was blocked by Republicans. The single article of impeachment charges the president with incitement of insurrection after last week's riots at the U.S. Capitol.
It comes as the FBI received information about armed protests being planned at all 50 state capitals in the days leading up to President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration, which is January 20th. And this just in, Chad Wolf is resigning now as acting Secretary of Homeland Security. That comes days after Wolf criticized the president over the riots. Now, Congresswoman Debbie Dingell was front and center today as the House tried to pass a resolution that would have led to President Trump's removal.
And now the countdown is on to a possible impeachment. Grant Herms is here with a look at the role Michigan is playing in it all. Grant.
Well, good evening. There is no doubt that Michigan's representatives are really at the very heart of this move towards impeachment. Today was the start of an historic week in Congress, as you said, setting up a second impeachment fight in the same presidency.
The U.S. House of Representatives gearing up for an impeachment fight. Proceedings today led by Michigan member of Congress Debbie Dingell. During a short session Monday morning, Democrats tried to pass a resolution urging Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment, but without unanimous support, it failed.
The House stands adjourned to 9 a.m. tomorrow.
The bang of the gavel may have ended Monday's session, but it started a countdown to a possible second impeachment of President Trump. Today, Michigan's members of Congress weighing in.
I know many people see impeachment as political, but I take the oath very seriously.
If he's not impeached, he will start campaigning on the 21st of January.
So far, not a single Michigan Republican has said whether they'll vote for the articles of impeachment introduced on Monday. Only Congresswoman Lisa McClain signaling today she wouldn't vote for impeachment, saying in a statement it incites division. Some members even saying discipline and accountability needs to extend to members of Congress.
We also are looking at, the 14th Amendment and expelling colleagues. There's even conversations about censorship. You should know that many still are very vocal, even on Twitter, on what happened. Some are even trying to rationalize away.
All of it building to a long and tense 9 days before inauguration.
Now, late this afternoon, Representative Peter Meijer, one of the freshmen from Michigan, said he is strongly considering voting for impeachment, but said he hadn't quite made up his mind yet. Tomorrow night at 7:30, the House will reconvene to vote again for an official vote on getting the vice president to invoke the 25th Amendment. And then Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. is when the vote for impeachment is set to be held. Back to you.
Okay, and Grant, I wanted to ask, we're also learning more about the possible risks to members of Congress who were hiding from insurgents last week. What do we know about their possible exposure to the virus?
Kimberly, we know that they were, in fact, exposed. The first Congresswoman came forward today who said she tested positive after hiding out from those insurrectionists. This afternoon, Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence told me that she had gotten a test. It came back negative, but she said there were 200 members and staff in that small room together, a lot of them not wearing masks. She said many of those were Republicans. She said she's hoping to get a second test later this week to be sure that she does not have the virus.
Yeah. Okay. Grant, we appreciate it, and we'll have much more on the Capitol Hill riots and possible impeachment ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Let's move now to the coronavirus and today's numbers as the state enters a new vaccine phase.
Michigan reports 4,536 new cases and 47 new deaths from COVID-19 over the past 2 days. Starting today, anyone 65 and older and essential workers are eligible to get a vaccine. Those 65 and up have to make appointments with their local health department. In Detroit, the TCF Center is taking appointments by phone. We're tracking where appointments are available on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com. And as this new phase of vaccination begins, the demand is extremely high, and there's frustration about the number of doses getting to the people who need them. Sean Lay has been tracking the vaccine to find out where the doses are, how many there are, and how people who are eligible can get them. Sean, good evening.
And Kimberly, good evening to you. You hit the nail on the head with the word frustration. We've been talking to county health officials and health workers and health system officials today. They're all using that word. They're frustrated right now because of mixed messages coming from Lansing. We're hashing all of the messages out so you don't have to make this simple. The state says call your health department, but the health departments today are saying, look, call your health care provider first. Wayne County, Oakland County saying that right now, and you'll be more likely to get a vaccine scheduled a little more quickly as we track this vaccine and the incredibly, right now, high demand. Wayne County now needing to vaccinate people 65 and older. That is at least 500,000 people. Today, Wayne County can see that it alone cannot vaccinate that many people. And they made a deal with all healthcare systems in the county. Call your healthcare provider and see if they can help you get an appointment.
This takes a lot of burden of the health department. And we also had commitment from other health systems, specifically Beaumont Health, that said, in case you are not affiliated with our health system, we are still going to take care of you.
You still must register with Beaumont if you go that route. The state dashboard showing Wayne County has 20,000 vaccines countywide. The city of Detroit, 42,000 as it works with Henry Ford in Wayne State. The Wayne County Health Department has 2,925 total doses.
We have been informed by the state that we should expect either today or tomorrow another shipment that is in the neighborhood of 2,900. Everybody needs more. We have a lot of demand. It is way beyond the supply.
Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel pointing out state problems, confusing messages, weak vaccine delivery. If just 10% of people want the vaccine, 30,000 people are going to try to make appointments for 4,000 doses.
We anticipate within less than 1 hour, when we open it up, 8:30 on Tuesday, most likely by 9:30, you're going to start hearing that final message that says they are filled up.
High demand right now, not a lot of vaccine out there right now as we again track this vaccine. Let's bring it back to Wayne County here. Officials will meet tomorrow to talk about where they are in this slow start and getting more vaccine into the county. One county official says he's looking forward to tomorrow's meeting, but he also says, guys, this is the largest public health initiative we've ever seen, he's ever been a part of, and it's going to take time and it's going to take patience to iron out all these bumps right now. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Okay, Sean, thank you.
The North American International Auto Show, as we knew it, has been put on hold again because of the coronavirus. There will be a reimagined event in Pontiac. Mara McDonald live at the M1 Concourse, which was already slated to play a role in this year's auto show, but it just got a lot bigger, Mara.
Devin, that's right. This was supposed to be an event this year called Motor Bella, and it was going to be, high-end supercars from Italy and Britain. Well, now Motor Bella is essentially going to be an encapsulated show. Let me show you. 2021 at the TCF Center and around the TCF Center for the auto show is a no-go because of the pandemic. The North American International Auto Show making that official tonight. But what they're referring to as a Bridge to the Future event will be taking place at the M1 Concourse in Pontiac, September 21 through 26 of this year.
I've been doing the show for 30 years. I love Detroit. And I could see the situation budgetarily and cost effective. We had to do some different things right now, especially with the pandemic, and protect that part. But I believe that we should long term have that something downtown too. So if we could figure that part out and work with the city and others, we want to be there for it too.
The 87 acres here are going to be turned into an experience to showcase brands and mobilities, everything from the Detroit automakers to international automakers, supercars, as well as autonomous vehicles. Pontiac Mayor Deirdre Waterman says the M1 is certainly no stranger to hosting big auto events, and the city is thrilled to see an expanded Motor Bella event this year.
So we've seen it transform for another event, which the city of Pontiac has hosted in the past, and that is the Roadkill powered by Dodge, in which they have completely transformed into an auto lover's paradise.
Back here live. Now, according to Alberts, there is still going to be a charity component to this year's encapsulated show. Will it be the charity preview? Clearly not. Could it be something that happens downtown? Rod Alberts says they're working on it. We're live in Pontiac tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
All right, Mara. Now, in normal years, our auto show coverage basically starts with the North American Car and Truck of the Year Awards.
Yeah, well, today the NACTOY jury revealed its picks. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is on his car lot with a couple of the winners that have Ford Motor Company somewhat beaming tonight. Rod?
No doubt about it. This is a big victory for Ford. Truck of the Year, F-150. SUV of the Year, the Mach-E electric Mustang. Now, what makes this award so important is that 50 journalists who critique cars for a living are the ones that vote for these. And so that's important, but there's something far more at play here. And that is the fact that Wall Street has kind of yawned at Ford over the last couple of years. It's the equivalent of the Oscars for the auto business. The F-150 and the Mach-E received Best Actor in Screenplay, which made Ford's Kumar Galhotra exclaim,
"This is really, really special in so many ways."
The F-150 is top dog in pickup sales and has been for 44 years. Making it better is no easy feat. But it's the Mach-E that most impressed.
If you're going to create a new Mustang, you can't mess this up. And I am absolutely thrilled on what a product our team has delivered.
More than that, though, Ford as a company may have changed its reputation as lagging behind with electric vehicles, says NACTOY juror and Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan.
This is a great endorsement of what Ford's doing at a time when they really could use it. No question about that.
The 2021 F-150 didn't just win because either.
Anytime you introduce a new one, it's incredibly important to get it right. And they did, and they wrapped a lot of very interesting new technology and features into what many people think of as an old-fashioned kind of vehicle in a pickup.
Ford engineers set out to find out what customers want and need. Construction sites seem to be littered with generators. The new F-150 comes with one that can power a house. Many of us now use our vehicles as rolling offices. The F-150 offers a new center console able to become a desk with coffee cup holders as a bonus. And the beat goes on. Ford still must prove that it's doing well, and it intends to do just that. In 2022, next year, they're going to have an electric F-150. They've had the sales title. We'll see if they can continue the string with that one. In Dearborn, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Rod could have just brought that Mustang with him. I'll just eat it here. Still ahead, a high-speed chase on main roads and freeways.
State troopers and local police trying to safely stop a driver suspected of shooting at his girlfriend. Here's Hank.
Helping seniors get the vaccine, I'm going to show you the different options available to help them make an appointment. It can be a confusing and stressful time for many. We're going to try to help you out. New tonight.